So I'm just going to make a little video here. This is with a GoPro. I've been doing everything on my iPhone. I wanted to kind of see if this is a viable way to make a video. It's an older GoPro, so if I don't like the quality of this, it may never go on YouTube or whatever. But this is kind of just my investigating out loud into early CJ-2A versus very early CJ-2A. So obviously a lot of things can be changed over the life of a Jeep, but here are some clues that I've found that lead me to believe it is probably a very early CJ-2A. So first, right off the hop, we got right here, you can see that these the backing for this wing nut is square, and that was an early thing. They went round later on, so that says early to me. The grill, the turn signals, the hole where it lives, that is reminiscent of the Willys MB. Later ones got sort of like a plastic piece that, or glass that went over it, and it wasn't like recessed. So there we go. There's another clue. Now this Jeep started off its life as a column shift, and here's a little remnant of that, I believe. Now I don't have another 2A that isn't a column shift to compare to, but I don't see any reason why that should be there. It looks exactly like where the column shift would live, and as you can see, the firewall has clearance for it. Once again, I don't know as a fact that they don't all have that, but it sure looks like column shift remnants to me. And I'd heard that this had a column shift in its day from the guy, my friend who had this previously. He remembers driving it as a little kid, so that all looks right. 3 data tags as referenced by the paint. Early 2As had 3 data tags, and then they went to a combined data tag plate that incorporated all 3 together. So early again, let's see, full float rear end like an MB. Obviously that can be changed, but it's there along with a bunch of other things. Now I doubt anyone's putting all these things on a Jeep, especially when this thing was around, where I don't think anybody really cared. Early, very early 2A, it was just a Jeep. And let's see what else we got. Now there was supposedly some stuff with on the tail with the the reflectors, but that's all been heavily molested, so I really don't know. No proof there for me. The tool indented tub, just like an MB on the driver's side. So you can see here, one indent. On this side, you can actually see where the other one is as well. So early looking tub. It still has the pockets here. So I mean, a lot of that doesn't necessarily mean early, but there was some other proof here as well. Now there's supposedly a way you can tell by the windshield actual, the bracketry that allows the windshield to kick out, but this the windshields are easily changed. Obviously this one's incomplete, so I don't know, but the square bosses definitely are early. Let's see what else we got. So Chip removed the data tags from the firewall, but there was still one data tag on this, and he still has them, so maybe they'll go back with this Jeep later on. But in here you can see there is a frame mounted tag, and according to the internet, if it's inside the frame rail here, like amidships, not outboard, that's indicative of an early 2A. Later on they grew a data tag on this side, but this one's on the inside, and the number, which I'm sure you can't read, but it's 12192. So when I look at that, you can look up like production numbers of Jeeps, and that also indicates it being early, if not very early. There's a little bit of confusion. It wasn't like Willys Overland was documenting this for posterity. So let's see. Oh, and I mean, even just the green, 46, early 46, they only had 2 colors, like harvest tan and something green, with a yellow wheel. That kind of looks like it could be yellow to me underneath a bunch of paint. But then again, I shouldn't say that. I really don't know what the stock wheels are supposed to be versus other wheels. That's just like a little detail I haven't really looked at. There was something about where the VIN number is, and I believe that, I thought if it's on the side here, that was older. Later on, they went up over the water pump, but then again, it's kind of fuzzy. I'm not confident in saying that, but you know, there's some evidence here of it being very early. Let's just get in there and take a look at it. So, sorry, I'm new with the GoPro. I don't really know what I'm doing, so I'm not sure if that's clear at all. I'm seeing 440-23771. Engines are obviously not the best way to identify stuff. They're easy to change. And Willys was making generators and pumps and cars, and so although the engines were put into the Jeeps kind of as they were made, if someone needed, you know, a company wanted to buy engines, they were selling them there too, so then serial numbers would have gaps and jumps and splits. I'm looking at that. Yeah, I gotta order some parts, but this distributor moves. Hey, so I should have like at least one good distributor. So yeah, here's that new engine. It's in the garage. I have video of just putting it in, and I have a cool little rig that I used to do it, and so I'll put that up. But that's on my phone. This is kind of just an excuse for me to fool around with the GoPro and do like a simple video with not much editing. I am barely capable of connecting regular videos together from my phone, so you know, that adjuster's tight, but just another wrinkle for me to learn on, I guess. And wanted to make a quick little thing here. Yeah, let's see, here's a good reference point, right? So this older block, or well, this block has the serial number on the side here, so that's the right hand side when you're facing, you know, from the back. And on this block, no clue when this is from or anything about it other than it's a Willys flathead. There is no number there. And there is, let's see if I can get under this paint, at least just wipe it off. But I do see some stamping there above the water pump. So, early appearing engine, early grill, data tag early inside, full float rear, tool indents in the tub, originally column shift, 3 data plates. The windshield has the square bosses. I don't even know what you'd call that, square backing plates. There might even be others. I mean, there's a lot of little details that make the earlies identifiable from the lates. Oh, the wire wheel. Yeah, the wheel. See the way the spokes are actually like a piece of rod. Later on, they were like a, I don't know what you call it, Bakelite, and they were black on the rim here. So this is like MB style, but the Army Jeeps had that, and it was green, like olive drab. And 2A's got it in black with just a thin wire. Someone's electrical taped over it. But obviously, if you look online at pictures of CJ-2A, like a 47 or 48, the spokes are much bigger and they're coated in like a plastic overmolding. So, you know, another piece of the pie, like a steering wheel's easily changed. You know, with the column, yeah, data tags, everything here looks to me like it is truly an early 46. And I really didn't have any reason to doubt that it was early. But early versus very early, I don't know what the true difference is. And this is just kind of because I think it's cool to identify. It's not like this is ever going to be sold, or it's just cool. And even if it wasn't early, that's equally cool. But it is what this thing is. And, you know, I think this is a cool Jeep. And, yeah, just being early is it's like everything else, right? Guns and cars, and you know, you kind of want like either whatever came first or the last ones. You know, the last one's got all the updates. The first one's maybe got a little bit of weird stuff that make them more obscure as the company was getting their footing. I mean, Smith & Wessons, everyone wants the old ones. And yeah, I just think it's cool. So I guess I'll wrap this up, but thanks for checking out the videos, and hopefully my video quality can improve